Once upon a time, Valkyr's armor was very good. Damage reduction like that was hard to come by for a bunch of broke 15-year-olds. It gave our malformed pubescent brains plenty of time to respond to incoming damage. A copy of Rage would fill your energy meter, and then a few seconds of Hysteria would set you back to where you started. But Power Creep's gentle grasp slowly tightened over the years, as it always does. So where's Valkyr now? I've been using this fucking Warframe for a third of my goddamn life, and there's absolutely no reason to stop. Every new system gives her something to patch her weaknesses. And by weaknesses I really just mean one, because when I started this whole thing with Once Upon a Time I wasn't quite right. Because Valkyr is still nigh unkillable. And the farther you get in the game, the more tools you have to supplement this. You have amazing speed with minimal investment in range thanks to Zipline. And for most players, Paralysis is easy fodder to subsume anything you want to supplement the build. But I know what you're really craving for. Where's the juice? It's right here. I don't know if you know this, but melee damage is really strong in Warframe, and that attack speed buff scales with ability strength. Now if you think back to 30 seconds ago, I said that we have theoretically infinite energy thanks to Rage and Hysteria. While this synergy might seem like Bronze Age technology to people today, there's one very important detail to it. It means that we don't care about efficiency. So if we just plug in Blind Rage right here, then that means that we can
rip and tear until it is done.
Now, I like playing casters in Warframe as much as the next guy, but there's something that's still oh so satisfying about taking enemies out the old-fashioned way. You know, And let's not dance around the elephant in the room either. There's always fucking something that's plinking out your health or slapping the shit out of you and putting you on the floor. I fucking hate it. When shit's getting heated like that, I'm getting fucking angry. And thanks to Valkyr, there's a Warframe that agrees with me. You scream, you're invincible. You scream again, everything's dead on the floor in a heap. Rage gaming at its finest. With the current state of Exalted Weapons, Prime Talon still scales off of ability strength, and you get to put mods in it. And have you ever tried running Prime Reach? Faster recovery from knockdown? Premium, especially when you haven't gotten your hands on a copy of Prime Sure-Footed. But what about that red-headed stepchild? Paralysis works just fine in the kit. Scaling off of shields would be absolutely broken on pretty much any other frame, but on Valkyr it's just okay. The finisher setup is what you're really after. This is a melee frame after all. And it used to be pretty nice to have on tap back in Focus 1.0. I picked up Neramon for the AoE confusion application, but for a Valkyr main like me, that secondary specialization into melee critical damage was absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, Mind Spike had reveal weakness, so you were basically building to do finisher damage the whole time. Which basically just translates to walking into a room, flashbanging everybody inside, and then killing them one at a time like you're Jackie Chan. And I mean, bad news, good news, that's pretty much the only thing that Neramon does these days. And I mean, I get it. If you're really grinding for something, then you might as well just... And I mean, go for it. There's tons of videos that'll tell you how to do that. But if you're just playing Warframe because you're trying to feel something, then Valkyr's gonna be the first fucking Warframe that I point you at. She's a core fucking frame, you can grind her off of Alid V. I already talked about how she scales. And I mean, if you really want to go apeshit and grab the Prime version, I'm not gonna complain. I like how she looks like she's wearing a little coat. I mean, as long as you're running Rage, who fucking cares? You ever just stand in an attack with Oberon just to keep your fucking heal up? It just works. And just like with Equinox, the fact that it's not meta forces you to get a little bit creative, which at the end of the day just makes you better at the game in general. At least that's how I like to think about it. Because a game as grindy as this one's really fucking easy to burn out on. But I'm getting on to 3,000 hours in this game and I still fucking love it. And let me tell you, having access to the angry Warframe's a big fucking reason for that.